everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading sponsored by Saint Tarot. My name is Yaya and I'm a mental health coach at sainttarot.com. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link is always available in the description. So let me see if there's anything else before we get into this reading. Nope, can't think of it. So anything that I remember, it'll be in the description. So keep in mind, this is a general timeless pick a card reading. We're going to focus on how men view you. Bless me. We're going to start off with how men view you in general. We'll get into the first thing that men notice about you, and then we'll end it off on a spicy note with how men view you sexually. So this is 18 plus because those cards are vulgar. So if you are under the age of 18, skedaddle, baby. Skedaddle. All right, so this is pile number 1. I don't know what this is called. We'll call this Blue Baby. Pile number 1, Blue Baby. Pile number 2, we've got Carnelian. Pile number 3, Pyrite. Take a deep breath. Take a sip of wine. Whatever you got to do. But decide which pile is for you. And then click the timestamp in the description. Okay. Pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. So how do men view you? And if this is crooked, y'all, look, I don't know what to tell y'all because I can't see the screen. And right now this will have to do because I'm trying to get these videos out while my baby is sleeping. Okay. All right, pile number 1. How do men view you in general? Okay, we've got the Page of Cups. So men view you as very, very lovable. Like you are very charming right off the bat. You have this youthful energy about you. This is just in general. This is what men view you as, whether these are men in your family, men at your job, men down the street. Men get this like youthful, bubbly, funny, genuine energy from you. But let me be silent for a second and see what else is here. For some of you, the men that know you, or men, whatever, take it how it resonates, they see you as a good parent as well. Or that you would be a good parent, or they feel like you were raised right. Like, I don't know, like, there's an element of class here, okay? Men think you dress really nice, like, you know, like you dress, even if you dress really casually, there's something about the way you dress that, men think is very flattering, okay? But again, men find you have this youthful energy. It doesn't matter if you're like 93. They really find there's something youthful and optimistic and open-minded about you. You're very refreshing to men. Like, you don't come off abrasively. You don't come off as a know-it-all. You don't come off as someone who, you just come off as a very genuine person to men. I'm getting submissive, okay? So there's something about you that men perceive to be submissive, or they assume that you would be submissive, okay? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, men kind of see you as a little naive, but not in a negative way. They see you as someone who, it's kind of like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about things. Even if you're like a super deep Scorpio that thinks that the earth is doomed and the water is dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, men of all types, of all shapes, of all forms, you come off as very optimistic and again, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and like the world is full of sunshine and rainbows. Oh my gosh. Okay, inner child. I'm picking up on that. Men feel like you can help them get in touch with their inner child or something, or they feel like you're in touch with your inner child. Some men feel like you're kind of like a big kid, but it's a good thing. It's refreshing. Okay? Let me see what else is here before we get into the messages. you look younger than your age, or you look young to men. Men think you're a lot younger than you are, or like younger to a degree than you are. I'll come back to this if there's something else, okay? So, let me get my deck here. So, I cleared the energy for pile number 1. I clear the energy for pile number 1. What is the first thing that men notice about pile number 1? What stands out the most to men about pile number 1? Okay, we'll use that space. Oh, child, hold on, baby, hold on. Nope, I'm not gonna take it. If I saw what it was, but if it flips out again, then I'll take it. But 2 more cards, Spirit. What's the first thing, or just what stands out the most to men about pile number 1? What stands out the most to men about pile number 1? What's the first thing they notice? Thank you, Spirit. So we've got the 10 of Swords. Okay. The Chariot. I can already say men can tell that like you've been through a lot. Oh, goodness. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Well, let me turn this my way so I can vibe first. But I'm getting that right off the bat. Like, they feel like even though you have this, like, optimistic, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed type, oh, dummy, you've been around the block before. Like, not in a bad way. It's like, ooh, this is a difference. I am getting this kind of like damsel in distress type of energy. It's not that they notice that you are that way, or that they feel like you're that way, but they notice that you don't have a lot of support or a lot of help. Obviously, a stranger wouldn't know this, so take it how it resonates. This may be like men that know you or that have known you. You're not someone that asks for help a lot, okay? You're someone that like will get something done on your own. Like you really don't like asking for help. That is coming through very, very strongly. If that's not you, honey, I don't know. You might want to pick another pile. But let me see what else is here. Oh my goodness. Men, whether they know you or not, the first thing that they notice, if we're talking about physical things, they notice how you don't really flaunt your body a lot. And it's a good thing. They notice that you're not flashy, or you're not like out there and loud and in your face. You kind of keep to yourself a lot. I'm picking up on that, okay? And I'm picking up on this energy of somebody who's been through a lot, or someone who men, the thing that stands out the most to men about you, we're going to get to the physical and all of that, and besides all of everything that I've said, but they notice that you don't, it's something about your expression, like your facial expressions, like like your emotions, you're not good at hiding the way that you feel on your face. I don't know, but that's what I'm picking up on. Let me see here. I'm gonna be honest. Some men notice that like you don't know, or that like you don't put a lot of stock in the way that you look. Not meaning like you just don't care about how you look, but it's like men notice that you may not know how beautiful you are. Like you may not be aware of how attractive you are, or how like you may. Let me be silent here because there's something. I'm gonna be honest, and I mean, you know, it just depends on what type of men we're picking up on. You know, whether these are the type of men that want to date you or something like that. It's like men pick up on the fact that like you haven't been loved properly. That is like kind of um direct and to the point. Like I'm like really picking up on that very strong. Let me be silent and see what else is here. The biggest thing that I'm getting here, though, like on a physical level, it's like men notice that you don't flaunt your goodies a lot. You leave a lot to the imagination. What else is here, Spirit? Make it clear. And they also notice like you may not have like a man in your life. Like you may be single or you may be in some sort of a relationship that isn't good for you. That's for some of you. I don't know, child. These men must be really in your business. Let me see. Ooh, I'm gonna be real. Men view you, the thing that they notice about you is that you don't really need a man. Not in a negative way, like, but it's like you aren't thirsty for a man. You aren't thirsty for attention. Like you focused on real stuff in life. That's how men view you. That's what they notice about you. It's like you don't even pay them no mind. You be focused on yourself. You be trying to work on the issues that are in your life. You're kind of like tunnel vision. Like you don't really even, like a fine man could be in the room. You won't even blink an eye. You'll be over there thinking about your phone bill or, like getting your oil changed or trying not to cuss out that person that pissed you off 2 days ago. Like you be in your own world. Men notice that about you right away, that you're not thirsty for attention. You don't flaunt your goodies, your body or whatever. Like you be focused on real world stuff that really matters. And for men that know you to some degree, they notice how what stands out about you. What they notice is how selfless you are, because the Chariot is ruled by Cancer, and we've got water sign energy here. So whether you're a Cancer zodiac sign or not, there's an energy of men that know you, feeling like they notice how forgiving you are, or they notice how you wear your heart on your sleeve. They notice the thing that stands out is like your vulnerability. Men see you as like kind of vulnerable. But again, it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of like, I don't know, men, it's like you activate this protective mode in men. Whether these are men that are attracted to you or men that are in your family, just men feel like they need to protect you. Whether you've had this protection or not, which I doubt that some of you have had it, many of you may have been, grown up without your dad or something like that. But it's like, what men notice about you, what stands out about you is like you look after yourself, but men still feel like you need to be protected. I don't know, they feel like you don't have a lot of people in your corner, or you don't mess with a lot of people, you don't run with a crowd, you're not again out there and in your face. You're kind of like to yourself in your own world, kind of focused on your problems in life. And like you're kind of not worried about like you're not worried about what people think about you. That is something else that's standing out right here. Is there anything else, Spirit, before I move on? Men notice that like you don't seem like somebody that gives up on things easily. Like men notice your determination, pal number one. Men notice your determination. They notice your ambition. They notice your like perseverance. They again, they notice that like you've been through some things. Even strangers, they can tell that like you're not some, even though you've got this like naive type of thing, it's like something that they pick up on, that you mean business. Like you are you've been through some things. I don't know. This is what men in general notice about you, that you've been through things, and that you've learned some hard lessons in life, and that you, even though you wear your heart on your sleeve, you're not dumb. You don't trust people easily. You don't. For some of the men that know you, what they notice about you is your loyalty as well. I'm hearing through thick and thin. This could be, you know, energy of like brothers and uncles and just like men that you're not romantically connected with. It's like they see you as very loyal. They see you as somebody who's been through a lot in life. Let me see. They see you as someone who knows how to take care of themselves. Yeah. I'm going to turn these your way. Ooh, that was intense, honey. I thought it was going to be light. Okay, so I cleared the energy for pile number 3. I mean, dang, for pile number 1. How do men view pile number 1 on a sexual level? How do men view pile number 1 on a sexual level? How do men view pile number 1 on a sexual level? One card, Spirit. Make it clear, make it plain, make it Jane. How do men view pile number 1? Okay, on a sexual level. Oh, wow. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. I'm hearing the word stamina. Like, they feel, men view you sexually as like somebody they want to go a few rounds with. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? It's like men view you as somebody that, like, on a sexual level, like somebody that they want to please. They want to make sure you get yours. They ain't really just worried about getting theirs. They want to, like, again, I'm getting like multiple rounds. Like you, ooh, oh my goodness. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Pile number 1, men feel like you can take the D. Sorry, that's just what it is. If you feel like, oh my goodness, prudes are not allowed here right now, because this is just what it is. Men think that you can take D. Okay, even if you're a virgin, it's like they don't know. Sexually, they feel like you're a very clean woman or person. Okay, because it could be a man listening to this. They're like, man, I don't know, honey, that's your business. But the 8 of Pentacles, they I'm hearing daily. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure my video doesn't get flagged, so I'm trying to like filter my words, my speech. But with the 8 of Pentacles, it's like they want to, you know, do the deed with you on a daily basis. This is how men view you. Like, obviously they feel like on a sexual level that you have good pum pum, good, you know, Peter Wecker, whatever. But they assume that if they've never been with you, and they feel like they assume that it's very clean, that it's very like healthy, that it's very juicy or big. Okay, let me see. They assume like that your exclusive part is very like addictive or addicting. Like they will get addicted. Okay? Alright? So thank you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to watch another pile if you're drawn to it, or watch another pick a card reading by using the link in the description to access the playlist. And if you want to book a private reading, the link is in the description. You can use code SPIRIT for $20 off while that coupon code is available. Okay, pile number 2. Hello, lovely. So, we're going to be focusing on how men view you, okay? This is a general timeless pick a card reading. So, how do men view you, pile number 1? We've got the 3 of Cups. Men view you as someone that doesn't take things very seriously. It's like you have like a lighthearted type of energy. Even if you're super serious, this is just what men view you as. Strangers, men that want to date you, just men in general. This is the general perception that men have of you. It's the 3 of Cups. They feel like you, for some of you, men see you as like kind of one of the guys, but in a like cool way. Like, there's something about you that isn't so like hair flips and trying to impress. It's like you don't really try to impress men. It's like you're naturally impressive to men. And men find you to be very feminine, okay? Men find you to be, if you're a woman, a girl's girl. Like you're not like you don't come off as a mean girl. You come off as someone who's very friendly. I mean, that's like the biggest energy here. Men find you to be friendly, but in a good way. They find you to be very feminine again, and someone that they can have a good time with. Someone um oh, okay. So, men see you as like someone they would want to take around their friends or their family, like someone that fits in, someone that meshes well, kind of in multiple groups. Um, Men view you as like a chameleon. So maybe you guys change your hair a lot, or you wear like different makeup styles or different like fashion styles or whatever, but men feel like you are a chameleon. Like you look good and kind of like everything. Um, I'm hearing every man's type. So for some of you, like your features are very universally accepted or universally beautiful. There's a particular feature about you that men find to be, like, a lot of men or just men in general, like, look at and find to be very attractive. For some of you, it could be your boobs. I'm gonna be honest. Boobs or thighs, that's the vibe I'm getting. Um Yeah, men find you to be like full of life. Like you're not like humdrum. You're not like the boring type. Even if you are the type to throw on a sweater and drink tea and watch Lifetime movies and like the super ultra boring person, most boring person in America, like men don't. That would shock men because men see you as somebody who has like lots of friends, who a lot of people like, who has a lot of options, who, you know, uh, is very creative in some way. Yeah, men view you as like someone who would bring a lot of like fun and excitement into their life. That's what I'm seeing as the general energy. They see you as living like an exciting life. I don't know, the word exciting is just like prevalent here. All right, moving forward, pile number 2. So I clear the energy for, ooh, okay. Knight of Swords, okay. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to decide if I want to get into this. I'm not going to get into it. If it comes out, it comes out. I'm not going to be doing multiple readings in one video, okay? Honey, because I don't have the time. So I clear the energy for pile number 2. That Knight of Swords. I'm going to be honest. There's somebody that like... Okay, so pile number 2, if you have like friends that you go out with, men view you as the one that stands out the most. I just had to say that. That's what that Knight of Swords looked like to me, okay? So I cleared the energy. What stands out the most to men about pile number 2 besides what I just said? You're very unique to men. You're like a conundrum to men. Google that if you don't know what that means. That's not me being condescending, by the way. But I cleared the energy. What stands out the most to men about pile number 2? What stands out the most to men about pile 2? What stands out the most to men about pile 2? Thank you. Pile number 2, what stands out the most? We've got the King of Wands. It says you are needed. You are more than just a pretty face. It's like your personality. Bam! Your personality stands out to men the most. Okay? Yes. Like whatever your zodiac sign is, like those qualities stand out the most to men. This is very clear. Thank you, Spirit. 8 of Pentacles. I'm going to just say, if you were drawn to another pile, watch it. I'm not going to say what it is, but if you find the correct one, you will know why I just said that. The 8 of Pentacles here. Men notice that you... It's like how can I say it? Give me a second. Besides what I've already said. Men notice that you're a hard worker. Like you're not like someone that's like waiting on a handout or anything like that. Like you are, you've earned what you have in your life. You and men feel like you've like worked on yourself, like or that you work on yourself. I don't know, maybe some of you have had surgery or something like that. Or maybe you are, you know, go to the gym, or maybe you're on a diet or something. Like men notice that like you take very good care of your body. You make an effort to look decent. Like you put effort into the way you present yourself out to the world. Um and I'm hearing that song Ambitious Girl by Wale. This is what men notice about you. They like, I'm hearing like you match men's fly, you match men's energy. There is a masculinity to you, but not in a net, because again, you men view you overall as being feminine, but it's like you can hold your own. Like men notice that like your confidence. Your confidence, even if you feel like really shy, men view you as like confident, and it stands out to men that you know, men that you know you just see at the bar, men that see you as you walk down the street, as you're on the bus, as you're getting out your car, whatever, whatever. But it's like men notice that like, again, there's some sort your facial features, your face. You're a nice looking person, pal number 2. Your facial features. Look at this sun. This is what men notice about you. Your skin as well. They notice that you're a very focused person. Like you're not, you know, the type of woman that's like seeking approval or anything like that. Again, your confidence, your looks, your personality, your face in particular, your ambition, your like, again, this 8 of Pentacles, I just see you kind of like working towards something like in a committed way. They notice how committed you are to things. Obviously, that's people, men that, you know you on a closer level. But yeah, men notice like you don't depend on men or a man. You don't seem like the type that would depend on a man to get things done. You're um someone who has enough confidence to be single for a while if you need to be. Like the men view like it seems like you have standards or something like that. Like you wouldn't just like, that men feel like they would have to step to you a certain type of way. Like they can't just come up to you talking any type of mess. You know what I'm saying? Like men view you as having standards as well. This is what stands out to you. And men feel what stands out to men about you. You're very high vibrational to some degree. Okay, so I cleared the energy. How do men view pile number 2 on a sexual level? How do men view you? Well, Lord, how do men view pile number 2 on a sexual level? Make it clear. One card, Spirit. How do men view... Oh, I will go ahead and take it. Okay, how do men view you sexually, pile number 2? We've got the World card. So men view you... Let me be silent. Let me see here. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be real. Men view you. You have kind of like a PORN star vibe to you. Like, ooh, men feel like on a sexual level that you would be like, it's giving lady in the street freaking the sheets type vibes. Like you sexually, men view you as somebody that they can take home to their mother, and that they can kind of like, it's like you're like the best of both worlds. Again, it's like you could be like the person that they just do this with, and the person that like when y'all out in public, you know how to carry yourself. You know, people wouldn't even know how wild and rough y'all be getting. This person feels like you will be open to on a sexual level. Men view you as like someone who's open to trying new things in the bedroom. Okay, on a sexual level, like men, view you as somebody that they could do things with on a sexual level that they haven't done with anyone else. Like, it's like this adventurous type energy to the world card. Like, again, you just make them want to explore their sexuality, not in a creepy way, and creepy is relative, but you know, if you're kind of triggered by that, I'm not saying this person wants you to play in certain areas that you may not feel comfortable playing in. But I feel like men view you on a sexual level as someone that can expand their horizons, that can introduce them to some things, that can show them a thing or two. Okay? They view you as somebody with a lot of experience, but not in a, you know, a fast type of way, but just in a you know what the hell you doing type of way. Okay? Thank you, pile number 2. Check out another pile if you're drawn to it. Click the link in the description if you want to book a full private reading. You can use code SPIRIT for $20 off until that coupon code expires. And that's all I have to say for now. Bye-bye. Okay, pile number 3. How are you? I hope you're well. We're going to be looking at how men view you in general, and then we'll get into what stands out the most about you to men, and then we'll end it off with how men view you on a sexual level. So if you're under the age of 18, skedaddle, baby. This is a general reading. How do men view you? We've got the King of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you right now, pile number 3. Men view you as wifey type. If this is like a same-sex situation, men view you as a husband material, okay? Men view you as somebody that they want to lock down. Men view you as, okay, so obviously we're talking about men in general, but men view you as someone like, okay, let me get my words together. Hold on. Men view you as like someone who brings a lot to the table. Men view you as someone who is like successful in your own right to some degree. Men notice your success, or they perceive you as being someone successful. Maybe it's because of the type of job that you do, the way you carry yourself. Men feel like you carry yourself very well. Men view you as someone who's very mature. So even if you are like 19 years old, the men at your job, the men that, you know, even that you've dealt with, the men in your family, they view you as men mature. That's the strongest energy that I'm picking up on. Men view you as someone who's like going somewhere in life, like you're going places. You know what I'm saying? Like, men view you as talented or skilled in some way, like good at something in particular. That's pretty vague, but I feel like, hold on. Yeah, men, notice how, like, you seem like you have your ish together, pile number 3. Men view you as kind of like serious as well. Like, you have like this serious disposition about you, even if you're like a Gemini, a chatty Gemini, or, you know, kind of like a just somebody who's not really all that serious. I mean, that's just the way that you're coming off. Um, Even like in passing, men assume that you have a partner as well. They assume that you have a man, and even if they were to ask you like, do you have a man, and you say no, they're like, mm-hmm. You just seem like somebody, like, again, relationship material, wifey material, husband material to men. Okay, let me see what else is here. For some of you, men view you as someone who understands them or who would understand them. Um, Men view you as kind of like you have a calm energy, pal number 3. And you dress well. Like, I'm hearing well dressed, best dressed. You dress very well. And you're very good at what you do. Obviously, this is like men at your job or men that you've worked with previously, or maybe even men that you've been in a relationship with that have seen you kind of in your day-to-day type of routine. Like you're very, I don't know, this is very specific, but men find you to be very like organized. Like you got your ish together. That's what men view you as in general. This is what your daddy think. This is what, or at least they think that that's where you're headed towards. So if your life is just like a mess and you're like, girl, how do they perceive me as that? They view you as somebody with a lot of potential, honestly, that if you don't have your ish together, they see you like having your ish together. Okay, I'll come back to that if something else pops out, but let's move forward. Okay, so I cleared the energy for pile number 3. I cleared the energy for pile number 3. What stands out the most to men about pile number 3? What stands out the most to men about pile number 3? What stands out the most to men about pile number 3? We've got the 5 of Cups, the Emperor, and the 6 of Swords. Let me vibe real quick and see. Men notice how sincere you are. Like you don't put on airs, or at least you don't seem like you do. Men notice how real you are, how authentic you are. Men also notice like there's an air of sensitivity here that men notice that you may, or assume rather, that you may be kind of like sensitive, or you don't try to hurt people's feelings. Like men notice how empathetic you are as well. Men, I'm picking up on a shyness here, so men maybe even notice like how like a shyness factor here. Men notice how quiet you are, like how reserved you are. That's what I'm noticing. This is what stands out the most to them. How you kind of yeah, it's kind of like this quiet shyness. But it's like you have, men notice you have a very strong presence. Even though you may not say a lot, like for some men, they notice that like, give me 1 second. I'm gonna be honest, first, men kind of notice that like you may not be available or something. Again, it's just like men kind of assume that you have somebody. Men notice that like you're not really easy to read. Okay? Let me see what else is here. Wow. Men notice that you kind of like, again, this energy is just kind of like really quiet. You don't say much. Men notice that like you don't really like a lot of attention, or like you don't like things to always kind of be about, like you don't make things all about yourself. Men notice something about you, like your spirituality as well, or they assume that you're like the spiritual type or something. I'm picking up on that. Men notice that you are very decisive. Like if something isn't working out for you, or if you don't like something, like men notice that like you, what's the word that I'm thinking of? Hold on, y'all. Men notice your boundaries. There's something else here, so I'm gonna keep digging until I reach it. Men notice how serious you are. Men, notice your self-respect. Definitely. And men, notice your boundaries. I'm telling you. Alright, so that was pretty heavy. I feel like there's more there, but I'm not even going to spend too much time on that, because men just really view you as somebody who is not to be played with. They notice what they notice is that you are not to be played with. You don't play with your heart. You don't play with people's heart. You don't play in people's face. Okay. Alright, so I clear the energy for pile number 3. How do men view pile number 3 on a sexual level? How do men view pile number 3 on a sexual level? Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Didn't I say men kind of assume that you have somebody? Men, okay, so let me tune in here. Let's see. I want to be real with you. On a sexual level, some men want to have a threesome with you, pile number 3. On a sexual level, men, you know, that desire you, that want to, you know, have a rendezvous with you, they view you as the type that they have to wine and dine to get the cookie, okay? They view you as like wanting some, like, I don't know, it's like you have very high standards, and it's like they view you like if they were to sleep with you, it's like it would give them a boost, like a boost to their ego, a boost to their confidence. This is giving very much so Beyonce upgrade you. This is how men view you sexually. They feel like, baby, I can upgrade you, let me upgrade. Like you would be an upgrade, honey. Like you would be, like if they could get you, you know, in the bed, if they can get that opportunity, like they will want to impress you. It's like this, on a sexual level, men view you as somebody that, you know, if they don't meet the standard, that you would just like kick them to the curb. It's like they feel like it would, on a sexual level, they feel like it would be all about you, but not in a bad way. Like, how can I say it? Like, you ain't gonna fake it if you ain't feeling it. Okay? This is giving very much so Megan Thee Stallion type energy. Like, I don't know. Because you know how Megan is, boy. She she says it. Like, so, okay, I was just about to say raw. So, I'm going to be honest. Men on the sexual level view you as, like, they would want to do the do with you raw. Like, no protection. I ain't, you know, recommending that to nobody. But I'm just saying, this is what I'm seeing. On a sexual level, men kind of put you on a pedestal. So I am picking up on like the energy of people that you slept with. You know, take it how it resonates. If you're a virgin, obviously this message isn't for you. But I feel like men that have slept with you, they feel like you are like, I'm seeing like 5-star, not out of 10, but like if we're talking about hotels, right? Okay, like 5-star reviews, like amazing. And I'm gonna be real with you, on a sexual level, men view you as a dime, as a bad B, pile number 3. Like, men will want to, you know, men want to see you in like lingerie, or they want to like take you to the Sybaris. I don't know if you have that in your state or whatever, but just kind of like one of them fancy hotels with the jacuzzi in them. Like, they don't want to just do the regular. Oh, pile number 3, on a sexual level, men view you as somebody they would want to do different positions with. Okay. Okay, they wouldn't want it to end. They view you as somebody that, like, they don't want you to see them on soft. They don't want you to, you know, see them, you know, CUM quick. You know, it's like they feel like on a sexual level, like there's this, like, they will put pressure on themselves to impress you. And men on a sexual level, it's like they don't want they don't see you as a one night stand. They see you as somebody like, they would want to have to themselves sexually. They wouldn't want to share you with nobody else. Pile number 3. That's how men see you. All right. So thank you for watching. Check out another pile if you were drawn to it. Click the link in the description if you want to book a private reading with me. And I don't know what else to say. Besides, I will vibe with you in the next reading. Bye bye.